Alright, hey guys, Decap13 here, welcome back to some more Rune Factory 4 special. So yeah, off screen I was able to clear out that other room on the edge with all the mages. Turns out, I made this ruby ring. It gives you fire resistance, but I was able to craft it in a way that gives me over 100 fire resistance, which just lets me drain it at that point. I also have a poison spear that I gave the water attribute to hit the mages. Still took a long time, because of course they heal and the spear I have isn't that strong, so, you know. That was fun though. But yeah, now we're on the first boss. And apparently this boss is weak to earth elements, so I have another Fist of Light here that has earth attack on it. I was gonna try using magic, but then, well, I'll just get there's a staff I can make. But I'll just do it later. Anyway, hey, first boss of Rune Prana, the Bane Dragon. I fought this thing off screen actually, and well, the first time I fought it, it killed me because of that attack, where it just spits out poison clouds, and if you touch one of them, it does like 2,000 damage to you. Ooh. So that's a lot of fun. Oh, and of course that attack that just homes in on you. Alright, Ambrosia is doing real dumb shit. Uh-oh. Fuck, don't get trapped in the corner of this fucking thing. Alright, now the fun part where he goes even more ape shit. Yeah, you don't even have a chance to hit him when he does this. Oh, there's that cool attack that he does. Stupid lizard. I mean, if you have a companion that can just get aggroed by the boss, it's not that bad. There we go. Alright, all in all, not awful. Oh, naturally dropped something. An electro crystal. Last time I fought it didn't even drop anything, so I'll take that as a win. Alright, cool. You must never forget. We created this stone in the hopes of honoring their feelings, so that those feelings would never be in vain, and to put an end to everything, once and for all. Wasn't that the same as... The rune of the Divine Wind Dragon is still wandering in the depths of this forest. It's trying to support the land of Selphia with its own existence. Now that you know this, what do you plan to do about it? I should hurry onward. Alright, so hey, here we are. Part 2 of Rune Prana. Unfortunately, there's no, warp. So if we want to get back here, we're going to have to fight the fucking Bane Dragon again. Because of course we will. Uh-oh, I'm sealed. Okay. Poison King. Let me eat a round off. Wow, that healed nothing. Treasure chest. Magical potions and the protein. I'll take that. Increase my strength. Let's try going up. Oh, don't touch those things in this dungeon. They'll instantly fucking kill you. I learned that the hard way. That's why I had to fight the Bane Dragon again. Oh, jeez. Okay, I was worried that I could... Plus, what are you doing? Oh, fuck me in the ass. Oh, this room fucking sucks. Thank God there's no gate in this room. And I died. Of course. Alright, back for the next boss. A little bit more sudden than I was expecting it to be. But yeah, we're here for Octo Pirate 2. That's who we're fighting now. Oh boy, is he a fun one. This might be a big mistake. Just getting here was a pain in the ass. I'm gonna try using the wet shoes, even though I'm gonna slip a lot. But I want to try for those crits, because they'll help. Oh yeah, they definitely help. Alright, so just walking in front of him will damage you. Oh, that's a new attack I never saw him use before. Yeah, you can only hit him from the front too, so it's wise to go in from the side. He hasn't even used the attack that killed me. There it is. Every boss has to have something like that. One of those smoke attacks that just like does obscene amounts of damage. I'm really glad I went to the Floating Empire and... No. Really glad I went to the Floating Empire and found Cyclone. I had him on a sliver of health when I last fought him. Oh, fucking got him. Oh, and I got an Ammonite too. Oh, fucking. Okay. Honestly, that one was not as bad as the Rune Dragon was, or the Bane Dragon was. Just getting here was a pain in the ass. But that's it. Did you know that the native dragons are living beings, just like any other? Those that live must eventually return to the Forest of Beginnings. And after years, decades, or even centuries, their roles get passed on to the next generation's dragons. The dragons live far longer than humans, aging slowly and wandering perpetually, as if they're quietly watching over the world from within it. Venti, the divine wind dragon of eternity, was one such being. However, as she was born in a land where the runes were beginning to die out, she was quite weak. There were people who felt sorry for her, though, and decided to sacrifice themselves to save her. And so she was saved by a spell that used the will of humans to collect a large number of runes. Their will lost, the humans were frozen in a deep slumber, never aging a day. People later named that spell Etherlink, and called the brave souls who froze themselves Guardians. This term was created by the first Guardian, and just seems to have stuck over time. And those who granted the Guardians' wishes were the Earthmates. us. Alright. Rune Prana 3. Well, before I do anything here, I'm gonna go back and fucking save. Although, I will collect these materials. It's nice that they give us little mineral nodes in the beginning of each section. Not that I ever get anything from them. I mean, I got about one of these for count them. Alright, I mean, I might as well take a little peek as to what's in the next area. Oh shit, turnip ghosts. You guys actually dropped something that I kind of want. Of course they home in on me. Well, I'll see you guys when I fight the next boss. Alright, so hey, you guys might be wondering, hey John, why are you coming back on the boss dying? 'Cause fuck this thing. I hate this boss. I never want to see this fucking thing again in my life. I have this really cool Gaia Rod that has an attack that pierces enemies' magic defense and homes in on them, so I'll explain about that later. I'm just kind of agitated right now and I don't want to fucking deal with it. It's dead. Fuck the Crystal Mammoth. Didn't even get a drop? I don't fucking give a shit. Anyway. Etherlink is a spell that infuses people with runes. The people upon whom it's cast will fuse with the runes, empowering the one to whom they're linked with whatever remains of their willpower. We Earthmates have continued searching for a way to naturally restore the runes in this land, because a single person's will cannot support the life of a divine dragon. Willpower and bonds change over time, and now they can't be kept in one place, making them both strong and fragile in equal measure. We scoured the land for other solutions. That was the desire of the Guardians, who bought us time to accomplish that very goal. And it was our vow as well. The Earthmate that cast the spell aged, and eventually returned to the Forest of Beginnings. His hopes and research were kept, however, and a new magic was to be born. It was a magic that summoned any one person you desired from the Forest of Beginnings. But right before it was completed, another person had become a guardian. Like the first, she too had been the Divine Dragon's closest friend. Oh cool, lava area. Oh cool, an enemy is right in the beginning. Well, that's Rune Prana Area 3. I'm gonna go lay down for a little bit because I'm fucking exhausted. Oh, but if you guys are wondering how I got this really cool staff, I don't mind showing it off. Let me eat this. Probably never gonna use that. I might as well save over this. Alright, so yeah, here's what this thing looks like. I can charge it up. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good staff, not gonna lie. So yeah, oh, and in order to get it to charge up fast, I have the magic ring equipped. I forgot I had this. It would have helped a lot. And also, something I just fucking discovered. When you're charging, I didn't know you could short dash. So of course, fuck me in the ass, you know? Well, whatever. I'll see you guys for the next boss, and this time I'll actually fight it. Once again, sorry to just cut in after I fought the boss, but honestly this one wasn't as bad as the Crystal Mammoth. I just needed to bring some people so I could draw their aggro while I charge my my staff. And that was really it. I just healed them whenever I needed to. Yeah, that was about it. Surprisingly, Green didn't die once during that. Ambrosia did, though. That... Actually, no, I never actually checked. What the fuck is, Green's level? 116, but her magic defense is 670. It's even worse than... What? And she has less health. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. Okay then. Well, sure. Alright, well, that's those two down. So yeah, really, just be sure to bring some partners that can draw their aggro, and just use the OP staff, and you'll win. That's all there is to say, really. A magic that summons any person you desire from the Forest of Beginnings. The purpose of this spell, known as Omnigate, was to bring the ones lost to the Forest of Beginnings back into this world. But it was merely a bit of sorcery, not a miracle. It was quickly learned when you could only use it when the laws of nature were kept in line. Those who lived out their lives in full could never be brought back again. There was another problem too. When the runes grew too large, no human could control them. So this magic definitely couldn't help save the Divine Dragon. Realizing this fact, we started searching for other alternatives. Etherlink. By casting this spell on things other than humans, we might be able to create rune crystals, which will eventually take the place of guardians. But when we finally reached that solution, another person came to us. He asked us to cast Etherlink, but it wasn't to create rune crystals. He instead wanted to freeze himself within time, to protect his best friend, the Divine Dragon. That was Dillis. Alright guys, it's dead. Leave it. Let it die. I thought it was just gonna be another scrap metal. Alright, no, that was a good node. I didn't mean to give you orichalcum, but I guess that's fine. Here, I'll give you 1 or 2 green. I have a lot of orichalcum. I'm afraid to go any further. Oh, and I yawned, so let's go back. You fucking dumbass! Would you stop doing that every time we spawn into a new place? Alright, so I'll just see you guys for the next boss, and, well, maybe the next boss, but definitely the next bit of text we get, so, yeah. Hey guys, so I just beat the next boss, and I'm gonna be quite frank with you, I think going through this place is gonna give me a fucking aneurysm, because I feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind trying to do this fucking bullshit. Like, this has to be one of the worst designed post-game dungeons I've ever seen in my fucking life. It's goddamn near impossible. And it's so full of just fucking utter bullshit. You know what they added in this fucking part of the dungeon? Enemies that can just instantly kill you. No damage, just a status ailment that instantly fucking kills you. And you can't do anything about it. How fucking cool is that? But anyway, I just beat Siren because I actually went into the Sharon's maze, and I got this bee. As you can see, bees. She's a queen wasp or hornet queen at level 290. I've been using her a bit, so yeah, she's getting some use. And I also brought along Bless because, you know, I needed a little bit of extra aggro drawn away from me. Alright, so... And so Etherlink was completed. However, it required a large number of runes to create the necessary rune crystals. The only place where that many runes had been collected was the Forest of Beginnings itself. We tried to find a way to get there. We searched high and low for information. And finally, we found a door that led us directly into the Forest of Beginnings. But in order to open that door, we needed a key.
A key powerful enough to distort the laws of nature, to create a new reason. Something that could take the place of the Guardian and extend the dragon's life. That was what we strove to create. That was the theory behind it anyway. We had no way to know for sure if we were right. Then another person appeared before us, asking to become a Guardian. Ironically, this triggered the door to open. And so it stood, open before us. The girl who had been infused with runes was the proof we needed. Alright, well, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Oh, we're almost fucking done. Alright, so I'll see you guys when we get to the next part. Alright, that's Rune Prana 6 cleared. The boss this time was the Death Wall, and honestly, compared to every single other boss in this dungeon, he was a complete and total pushover. This part of the dungeon wasn't so bad. It didn't have hidden rooms, so I can't complain about that. But hey, we have one section left, and I expect it to be absolute, utter dog shit. So hey, let's tread onwards. It took a long time to crystallize those runes. We kept chanting Etherlink before the Forest of Beginnings, for generations that extended well over a century. But finally, it was completed. This stone was called a Rune Sphere. That was the name we'd chosen for it back when the Etherlink spell was first created. After finally achieving our goal, we reported it into the king. It was, of course, to get his permission to deliver the stone. But after reporting in, we finally realized the dangers of the Rune Sphere. It was powerful. So powerful that it seemed almost inconceivable that it could exist. It was something that could transform the entire world. What if someone tried to abuse such power? Fearing this, we once again closed the door to the Forest of Beginnings, and elected to deliver the Rune Sphere as quickly as possible. I hurried onto the airship and set out for the town of Selphia. But that's when I am the descendant of the Earthmates who had been trying to save the Divine Wind Dragon. My task was to deliver the Rune Sphere safely into her hands. But I failed to deliver the stone. It was the will of my ancestors, yet a mere bump on the head later and I'd forgotten all about it. But despite not even remembering my mission, look at where I'm standing now. This time, as her friend, I pledge to save her. I will save her this time. Thank you. You know what you must do to save the Divine Dragon, I trust. Do you remember fighting the native dragons created in this same manner? What made them incomplete was the absence of their will. But you have everything you need here. Part of the Divine Dragon's body to become her spirit vessel. An Earthmate who can cast the secret incantation. The memory of a descendant whose family had mastered its usage. And finally, a will entrusted from past to future, to support this land in her place. That's why I must go. As an Earthmate, and a bearer of everyone's will, and also as her friend, I must save Venti. It's all within me! Alright. Now that we're in the final area of Rune Prana, once again I'll cut, and I'll see you guys a little later. Alright, hey guys, I'm back. So, once again I off-screened the final boss of Rune Prana. It's basically a shadow version of Ethelbird that does like all of his attacks, but faster and with a lot higher frequency, including that attack that takes up the entire fucking screen. So yeah, that wasn't fun. So, yeah, with this, we're done with Rune Prana, finally.
So let's get the hell out of here. Venti. I can feel you. Venti! Are you there? Why are you here? Venti! You know my answer. I came to save you. Go back. I never asked for this. This isn't what I want. Is that really how you feel? You'll no longer have to suffer. I have a rune sphere here. Many people were involved in making this, hoping to save you. So, no! Why? I know you're trying to save me by using the secret spell of the Earthmates, which fuses this large amount of runes into a spirit vessel. But how are you planning to control that spell all by yourself? It's something that the past Earthmates had spent decades mastering. Your body won't be able to handle it. I never want to lose anyone ever again. You know, Venti, I've been desperately longing to talk to you again. And the desire has been growing exponentially with every passing day. I don't care what we talk about. I don't care if it's something serious or something silly. I just want to talk. There are so many things. So very many things that I've never told you. And I'm not the only one. Everyone in town misses you. They want to see you and talk to you. And what about you, Venti? Don't you miss the town of Selphia?
No.
Of course I do. Don't you want to live there again, alongside all your friends? Of course I do! If I can. If it's possible, of course I'd want to. Even if it were just with you. I could live happily in that town with you for the rest of my life. In that case, I'll save you, Venti. I have the power to save you now. The power of the Guardians. And all the past Earthmates. The hopes of everyone in Selphia. And yours as well. They're all within me. That's why I can't ever give up. I'm going to protect everything and everyone that's important to you. Because it's all important to me too. You yourself, and everyone you hold dear. And me. That's our hope. A miracle that was born from all the collected willpower of generations.
Here.
Ether Link! Venti? Venti!
Venti!
Why? Why is this happening, even with the rune sphere? Tell me it isn't true. Venti. Please. Answer me!
Venti!
No. The rune sphere emits a silent light. Is that it? I think we have to go back to town now. Yep. There she is.
Yes.
You were late, John. What's that look on your face? Don't tell me you forgot my face after all this time, have you? I haven't forgotten yours. So, why don't we start discussing all manner of silly things like you said we would? John?
Venti!
Alright, so yeah, that's the main story. And now we have Venti back, who's asleep because it's 1 in the morning. So yeah, I guess that'll be it for this episode of Rune Factory 4. Where is the, completion trophy? I think it's down further, isn't it? Oh, commemorative illustration. Aww. Aw, look at human Venti. Alright, so yeah, that'll do it for this episode. You know, normally I was planning on having this be the finale. However, things are a little different than I expected them to be. Because, when I was grinding through Rune Prana, we had an event day, and what was the event that just so happened to pop up? And I didn't reset for this. Chlorica's marriage event. So, in the next episode, we're gonna be doing this, and yeah, be getting married. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye!